Alright, so in this video we're going to walk through the iOS Setup Assistant. This is an iPhone 6, not the Plus or anything like that, just the regular iPhone 6. So this is probably running iOS 8.4.1 as I go to turn it on. So we already got it out of the box. Push down the sleep wake button on the side till it powered up. And there we go. Don't let the iOS Setup Assistant scare you at all. It's super easy. And you can see me do it right now. Slide to oh, by the way, start screen here. If you ever need to find out much any information from this screen, get a little I right there. It'll tell you the MEID, IMEI, and all of that initial stuff that you never know when you might need. And that's, can't even get into the phone yet. So that's good stuff. Let's go ahead and slide it open. First screen you see has you choose a language. It's going to have you choose a country. And then you're going to have to join your Wi-Fi. Tap on your network name, put in your Wi-Fi password. I'm going to go ahead and hit join. It's going to go ahead and join the Wi-Fi network. Now you know it's on your Wi-Fi when it gives you a little check mark. You saw it there for a split second. Enable location services. So what does this mean? It means you're turning on the GPS of the phone, basically. So if you want to use Find My Phone to locate this thing on a map or make it play a sound, you're going to want to enable location services. Also, if you want to do things like use maps for navigation, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and enable. And the next screen, this is how do you want to set up your phone. So it gives you an option to set it up as a new iPhone. That's if you don't have any iTunes backup or iCloud backup. You can just set up the phone like a brand new phone. And then you get these two other options. If you have an iCloud backup, you can definitely restore from an iCloud backup as long as the software version on the cloud backup is older than the version that's in the phone. Keep that part in mind because that can create a bunch of headaches later too. If you have an iTunes backup to restore from, you can do that also. In this case, we're going to go ahead and set it up like a new phone. It wants you to sign in with an Apple ID. It gives you a chance here, if you don't have an Apple ID, to go ahead and create one. If you already have one or think you might have one, well, think about that first before you do this. But if you have an Apple ID, you go ahead and sign in here. Kind of just up to you. Apple ID is your key into everything inside the world of Apple. Anything that you do inside of the phone that has to do with iTunes and App Store and iCloud and all of that, you'll need this to do it. In this case, we're going to go ahead and skip this step. It's going to say, are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. Don't use. Terms and conditions. Once you agree to these, Apple does own the deed to your house. All right, Touch ID, that lets you use this thing right here for your fingerprint. Don't want it, just set it up later. Hit continue. Create a passcode. Don't want a passcode? Tap this thing. It gives you an option to just continue without a passcode. Newer software versions, however, it's probably going to start off with a 6-digit option. If you hit passcode options, you'll have the option to do 4 or a non-simple passcode, or basically gives you a few different selections right there. But not on iOS 8.4.1, which is what this thing's running. Siri's cool. Diagnostics. What does diagnostics mean? Well, basically your phone is going to send Apple anonymous reports about your usage, how you use the phone. If it's crashed, it sends random nerdy little crash reports and things like that to Apple. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. We're going to do it. Similar thing, app analytics, same thing, but shared with app devs. That way they can make their apps better, bug-free, crash-free, all the better for you. So I'm all about sending the reports. Want to help the developers make the best app possible. Display zoom. This is for, people out there that want the apps to be a little larger. Maybe you're vision impaired or something. You can choose between the two. We're just going to do standard and hit next. That's it. We're done here. So welcome to iPhone Get Started. It launches to the home screen where it's got all of your apps. That was the very first time turning this on and setting this up, by the way, so I was guessing on if it was iOS 8.4 or not. We'll go look. It's in Settings, General, and About. Version is 8.3, so yeah, I was wrong. Totally different in iOS 9 and newer. iOS 9 and newer has added quite a few more things that you can turn on or off. You might encounter those in the iOS Setup Assistant. But it's so simple. You read through it. Don't let it intimidate you. And just get through it. Start using your phone like Steve Jobs intended it to be used. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.